Good morning, family. Happy Tuesday. I was going to say Thursday, then happy Tuesday. It is the 21st of January. I hope everyone on this YouTube video is well. Let's get straight into the daily market outlook. So, just before we do start, if anyone is new on this call, we do daily market outlooks every single day. I am a supply and demand trader. You can call it smart money concepts, you can call it whatever you want. But I just implement the supply and demand into my trading. So a lot of it is market structure, supply and demand, and liquidity. So obviously for you guys who are new, please make sure that you go into my YouTube videos, have a little look round. I have done two main ones, which are like a market video, market structure one, and also a supply and demand one. So make sure that you check that out, so you can understand the way that I trade a little bit more. And also just quickly, I have two links in my bio. One is just my Instagram account. I only have one Instagram account, so make sure that you're following the right one. And then the other one is my free Telegram channel. So make sure that you guys are in that as well. But other than that, that is all. Make sure you've got your subscriptions turned on. Make sure you've obviously subscribed, turn on your notifications, show some love on these videos. And that is pretty much it, guys. I would appreciate that if so. So let's start off with the dollar as always. We're on the 4 hour time frame. A lot happened yesterday. If you guys are tuning in, it was a bit mad. We had no news event. Of course, we had Donald Trump, who was basically back in the White House yesterday, and obviously that was at 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. European time. So obviously we expected around volatility around then. But we actually got the volatility way before then, which was just weird. We had this big juicy candle way before Trump was even, speaking or anything, which was crazy. So, unexpected. And I actually took a loss yesterday in USD CHF because of this. But that is all part of the game. So let's go into where we're currently at right now. Obviously, we're still in this daily range. We've still got our daily higher high and our daily lower low. Now, first thing that I've noticed is, of course, I've been waiting it for a while, but because I wanted to come into this extreme level of demand down here. We still have imbalance, which is above. So this level of demand area is something I've been waiting for. But yesterday we basically noticed that, of course, from this uptrend, we started to, trade downwards, and then we kind of had a shift in that trend. So we kind of had that shift in that trend. So I expected the dollar to, carry on upwards because we met 50% of this leg. So this leg, we come at least 50% below into the discounted area. And we had a 4 hour change of trend. So we was expecting, or I was expecting the dollar to go upwards. And again, if you notice this candle, this big candle in the middle here with the large wick, that made me a bit more confident as well to react on this demand area and carry this trend on upwards. But of course, we didn't get that, and we got some horrible candle yesterday. So we've had another 4 hour change of trend. So we're in this 4 hour higher high and this 4 hour lower low. So we're in this range right now, and we're on the 1 hour just making a trend back up into this 4 hour supply. Now, of course, 4 hour is in control, but we're in a 4 hour demand and a daily demand. So a 4 hour demand area from the overall time structure, sorry. So for me, what I'm going to be looking out for is hedging this. So this is my priority. If we're reacting at this 4 hour demand, I'm going to wait and see if we can get two breaks of structures on the 1 hour, so that I can buy this up and then also see how we react from this supply. And if we give a reaction, I can close this trade and then enter this trade. So if we look at it from a 1 hour standpoint, if we look at this on a 1 hour, you'll be able to see that straight away, we're taking out these lows. So we're taking out these lows, and then we had a big move up, which broke structure, and we've come back down to fill in this imbalance and mitigate this 1 hour demand. So my next area would be, I'm waiting for this to be broken to obviously try and participate in this. So if this can be broken, and I'll look to try and participate in buying, obviously buying the dollar up, which means GU, EU, NU, so on and so on. selling it downwards. So that is my first priority. One, break structure, two, break structure. And then all I'm interested in is, let's say this happens and we react out of this, if I can buy, and then I'm interested to see the next leg. So if we can, let's say in a 15-minute we're doing this, if we break above and close above this, then I'll be more confident on holding obviously dollar to go upwards. Whereas if I see a shift like this and we don't break the high, I will obviously be expecting the dollar to then potentially carry on with the supply downwards. So that is what we've got to be, aware of, obviously. So that is what I'm looking for with the dollar. Now going over to GU. Going over to G, you'll be able to see that we're still in this daily range as mentioned yesterday. So let me just do this. So we're still in this daily range as we talked about yesterday. We've got our daily lower high and daily lower low. Of course, we've still got a lot of imbalance to rebalance the market. But of course, we may not get that if the dollar is planning on going upwards. So that is why we've got to play both sides. Now, if you're looking at this currently, obviously you'll be able to see that we have a clear 4-hour trend. We've got a clear 4-hour trend. Let me just mark this out. We've got a clear 4-hour higher low and a 4-hour higher high. That is only a daily. 1 second. Okay, so we've had that 4-hour change of trend. We broke above this 4-hour high. Now, of course, our first thoughts are we would like to see the markets, come into this and react and go upwards, of course. And that is what I'm also going to look out for. But playing in mind that we are in this level of supply, playing in mind that we're in this level of supply, we've tapped in only just. And also, if the dollar looks more prominent to maybe potentially go and look for buys, as of course, we're still in the sells on the 4-hour, then we've got to play exactly that. So what I would look out for is this is our next 4-hour demand area. So this is our next 4-hour demand area. But if we can see on the 1-hour what's going on, well, on the 1-hour, you'll be able to see that we've actually had a 1-hour break here. 1-hour break. And if we can get another 1-hour break with a closure below, that could then tell us to look for sells. And then it'll be the same situation. Can we participate in the sell? So let's say it breaks. Can we look for a sell? And then we need to see how we react from here. If we're pulling back and we're not breaking this, then obviously we need to, get out of this. But if we break and we continue to go, then of course we expect to take the 4-hour and the daily lower low. So again, we just got to play what we see, but also understand that if we do come into this, because the 4-hour is bullish, we can see this happen as well. So make sure that you guys are understanding, what to look out for and when to trade and so on and so on. Now going over to EU, you'll be able to see that, of course, we have our daily lower high and daily lower low. So for us, let me just draw this out. I know you guys should be able to see daily lower high, daily lower low. So again, we came into this 4-hour supply here, and which was above the 50% into the premium, and we started to have a change of trend. So we had a 4-hour change of trend. So we expected this to carry on yesterday. Then of course we got a horrible candle out of nowhere, which is this whole movement here. Now that tells me that obviously we broke this 4-hour trend again back into an uptrend. So obviously first thoughts is we're in the extreme part. Pardon me, we're in the extreme part of this supply, 4-hour daily supply. So yes, we're reacting from here right now, but that doesn't mean that we obviously going to carry on. We've got to try and look for both sides. Now, if you look at this, if you look at the actual change of trend that's gone on here, 1 second, you'll be able to see that if you look, that was a low. Oh, we had a low there. We had a high. We had the low. We broke up again at the high. Then we had a change of trend because we broke this last low, which has then made a lower high, and now we're currently making a lower low. So for me, we've got an hour and something left on here. If you guys want, if you look at this, we've got higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of trend, lower high, lower low. So if we can, what I'd expect to see happen is if we, if we look at this right now, and obviously it was a bit more clear on the 1 hour, you'll be able to see that we have had a higher low, high high, here we go like that. So if we can break again and break below this, so let's go back to the 4. If we break below this and we carry on with more momentum, this will open up to have a new supply zone here. And that's where I'd be looking to sell from. I would be looking then to sell from, like, let's see if we can get this, sell from this, and then I want to see how we react out of this area. If we obviously get, this happen, then of course I'm going to be very wary of closing this trade because it looks like we're not breaking, but hopefully we can carry on. If not, we look for this. So that is why we've got to look to play both sides, because we are in the higher time frame, daily time frame, extreme premium area, supply area, but we're also in a 4-hour uptrend. So keep an eye out on that, guys. Going into AUD USD, pretty much the same as EU and GU. You'll be able to see that we're in this daily range as always. Daily range is here. We've got a daily lower low and daily lower high, sorry, with our daily break of structure here. So you can see yesterday, well, currently right now we're in this extreme level of supply. So in this extreme level of supply, and we've had a big movement away. Now, if you look at this currently, we're in the 4-hour supply or day on the daily time frame, which matches the daily structure, but we're in a 4-hour uptrend. We're in that 4-hour uptrend and we're reacting from this 4-hour or demand. Now, what I am interested in is, let's look down at, by the way, hopefully you guys can see we had 4-hour change of trend there, and again 4-hour change of trend there. So this is the lower low, this is the higher high, this is our daily 4-hour demand, which we're reacting out of. Now let's drop down to the 1 hour. What can we see? Well, what we can see and what we've got to be careful of is, if you look at this, we're taking this high, taking out the highs, and then we had big movement away. And then we had this, obviously, break of structure here. Break of structure here. Now, if you look at the 4-hour, sorry, you'll be able to see that this level of supply was mitigated. So if you look at this, we broke down, this candle come back up, filled in the imbalance, and then we moved and had the volume straight back down. So that could be telling me a lot more that supply is in control. So with that being said, if we drop down to the 1 hour, I'm going to wait and see what happens, because this next part on AUDUSD is going to tell us a lot. If we break below this, or if we break below above this. If we break above, then we could obviously be looking to carry this on upwards. If we break below, then of course we could be looking at carry this on downwards. And if we do break below this, then we should have a clear area of supply that we can trade. So yeah, that is what I'm aware of in regards to AUD USD. But again, with these pairs, make sure that you're correlating them with whatever the dollar is doing. And it is the exact same situation for NZ USD, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So if we go to the 4-hour, sorry, you'll be able to see the exact same situation that we're in. We're in the daily extreme level of supply. We've got our daily lower high and daily lower low, daily break of structure. So we're in that clear level of clear downward trend on the daily. Now on the 4-hour, obviously we've had an uptrend going on, which then changed to a downtrend, and then that big candle happened yesterday, filled in the rest of this imbalance and tapped into this level of supply. If you guys know me, you always know that I talk about the market wants to do two things: rebalance and seek liquidity. and it will always do that. Imbalance is a big part of rebalancing, because obviously imbalance is money left on the table that the market will want to rebalance eventually. And obviously it will always create highs and lows for liquidity to be taken. Now let's look at where we're currently at for the 4 hour. So as you can see, we're in a big 4 hour range because we had that change of trend again, and we tapped into this 4 hour supply and reacted from it. Now, of course, the same situation, if I drop down to the 1 hour, you'll be able to see that we obviously taken out the highs. We obviously taken out these highs. Let me just get rid of this. So we've taken out liquidity. We had a big move down, which then obviously gave us that change of trend on the 1 hour, which was a 1 hour change of trend. And then we straight away come up into the supply area. We come up into this little consolidation stage, and we had this supply area met, and now we're reacting on downwards. So same thing as the others. If we get a break below this, I'm looking for the sells. Even if we're still in this demand, I'm still going to look for the sells as well as the buyers. If we come up now and we break above this, my priorities are the buys. So just to break it down and show you guys, if we get this, so let's say we tap into a level of supply here now and we break again. We've had one break, two breaks. I will look to sell this down. Obvious course, keeping an eye on what's going to happen on here. If not, then we'll be doing the opposite. Because we're in this supply, but I do think we'll take this low. So I do think we'll get this and take this low. But if we then come up above, I'll be looking to buy this upwards. So we've got to play whatever it shows. We're in a trapped zone currently right now. But yeah, that is all I've got. USD CAD is looking disgusting. I think I've got USD CHF. Actually, let's see what USD CHF. But USD CAD, I've looked at it this morning, and I'm going to stay far away from USD CAD. Yesterday, I took a stop loss on USD CHF. Everything was moving nice and smooth. Literally perfect yesterday. It was all going good until obviously this candle come out of nowhere. We was up in profit for quite a bit. And then obviously just this candle come out. And the reason it's come out is obviously because, we wanted to rebalance this. And I've been talking about this forward demand on all of these timeframes for a lot of time. And we've got imbalance, this level of demand. So that could be the catapult now to, of course, have the dollar carry on upwards from here, because we are in this level of structure. We've got a daily lower high, higher low and daily higher high. So again, that is my first thoughts, USD CHF potential buys. So we will look at it from right now, what's happening on the 1 hour. Well, on the 1 hour, we've tapped into this level of extreme demand. We have taken out some lows. We had early inducement, taken out some lows. We just not really broke this structure. So what I'd be waiting for is, of course, if you want to be more sitting on your hands and wait, you can wait for this to break, of course, because that is our last 1 hour lower high. But for me, I'll be more confident, just to be truthful, because we need to rebalance this market and at least come into this supply. For me, we are reacting right now out of this level of demand, as you guys can probably spot already. This 1 hour demand. So what I do is I'm going to wait to see break a bit above this. If we break above this, that will be my confirmation to then look for the buyers. Let's say we get the break above, I will look to buy this upwards. That'll be my priority. So hopefully you guys can see the same. And then obviously, when we do get into the supply, we will just have to see how we react out of this supply area. But again, if we go back to the dollar just quickly before we end this, and look at the overall daily structure. Let me just get rid of this. If you look at the daily structure, we're obviously in this area, this higher low and this higher high. We of course want to be able to see this structure carry on. This is a very bullish structure. So again, I expect potentially for this dollar to, carry on upwards, of course. And if we do get that, that'd be amazing. But one thing we've just got to understand is, yes, the structure is, in an uptrend. Of course, it's in an uptrend, but also if you look at the daily time frame, supply is in control at the moment. If you look at this supply candle, that is what's in control, this daily supply candle. So again, me saying, oh, buys, 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 dollars going up, dollars going up. Of course, that is what I'm predicting and wanting, but we've got to understand that this is in control right now. So we could just see this happen because the daily supply is in control. The best confirmation we can get, and obviously this is where traders make the most mistakes because we don't wait for the best confirmations. We just want to trade is if, of course, the market goes above, then you know that this is 100% going to be in that uptrend because that is our last 4 hour higher high. But of course, we are traders, we make mistakes, and we're willing to risk, of course. But hopefully that makes sense to you guys on here. Trade safe, make sure that you guys are all, being careful, of course, and you're also not just trading for the sake of it. If you don't feel like trading, don't trade. And of course, with Trump being in the office now, hopefully the market's going to be a lot smoother, over the next 4 years because, the past 4 years have been a lot more choppier in regards to, the markets. And if you go back to when Trump was involved, of course, it was a lot more better to trade. A lot of traders say that as well. So it's exciting times ahead. But obviously, during these times now where he's getting into the office, making big decisions, expect the markets to not really do exactly what you want it to do. So yeah, just be aware of that, of course. But other than that, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Take care and God bless as always.